guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Trin, and in today's video I will be talking about our trip to New Orleans. If you want to know how much we paid for the trip and to the places we went in New Orleans, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so we went to New Orleans last year. It's like almost a year already since we've been there. And to be exact, we were there last May 15th to 17th. It was 4 days and 3 nights in New Orleans. And it was our first time. I was with my mom, my dad, my sister. If I am with my family, most likely my husband is not with us because he is saving his vacation time since we also have our own trip. Anyways guys, I will tell you more about our trip to New Orleans, and I will also show you some video clips. Alright, so as what I have mentioned on my previous video, if you watch my video on how we travel on a budget, I also disclosed on that video that we are flying with Spirit Airlines. Alright, so Spirit Airlines has brought us to a lot of places, to be honest, and we don't mind the comfortability, but for us it's really comfortable, to be honest. We don't have any complaints so far with Spirit Airlines. With this trip to New Orleans, we only paid like $113 each person round trip. Also, we did not have any carry-on bags because traveling within the US for me does not require me to bring any carry-on bags, to be honest. Most especially if we are just gonna stay on that place for 4 days or 3 nights. I don't need my whole closet with me to the trip, right? So for our Airbnb, we only paid like $60 a night per person. So that Airbnb does actually have its own room and living room. It's like a house. So it was 4 of us, and we rented a house in New Orleans and just paid like $60 each for 4 days and 3 nights. So that would sum up to $296 for the round-trip airfare and for the 4 days and 3 nights stay at the Airbnb. Since we are traveling on a budget, we do not book in a hotel, except that if we are going to Europe, of course we do book in a hotel because it's already included in our tour package, and I'm gonna talk about that in the future. But if we are just within the US, we just book through Airbnb. I chose the Airbnb home that is in between the airport and the touristic area. We went to the French Quarter. French Quarter is an amazing place. We love it there, and there's a lot of French vibe in there, like a lot of historical places in there. Also the restaurants really good, and we also went to the very popular Café du Monde where we tasted the beignets or the French donuts. Those are really good with the coffee from Café du Monde. So if you're in New Orleans, don't miss to visit the place called Café du Monde at French Quarter. It's close to the Jackson Square. So places there are really just close to each other if you're in the French Quarter. So Jackson Square is like walking distance to Café du Monde. So Jackson Square is really nice. It's a nice place, and there's like a church in there. We took a lot of pictures when we were there, and there are also like musicians playing jazz music in the streets, which is really cool. I love the music, the sounds, and so cool. I love New Orleans, to be honest. Of all the US states, I think New Orleans would be the second. I think first New York, and New Orleans, and then Miami. But I'm still not sure about the others because we are still planning to go to the other places. New Orleans is one of the best because it's a memorable place. It's not too expensive in there, and one of our most favorite place in New Orleans is, of course, everybody's favorite, I believe, is the Bourbon Street. A lot of people partying and having fun. A lot of live music in bars and restaurants. We even went to one of the bars. I completely forgot how that bar is called, but It was like first time for me and my sister to witness that kind of performance, that guy playing jazz music, like modern jazz music. It was really cool and people are dancing, and so we danced as well. My mom was there. My sister and I did the jello shots. I did great, and I did great on my jello shots, and it was the first time I experienced that kind of thing. I'm not really like a party person. I used to go out with friends, but I am not really a party animal, hard party goer. Like I just go to a party occasionally if there's like birthdays or something, like an activity in school, but other than that I don't go to parties. So that was the first time we experienced that, guys, and it was really funny, the most funny and memorable experience, where my sister had her jello shot. I will show you a video clip. It was funny. My sister is not used to it and she choked. It was so funny, and I was laughing really hard in the background as you could listen to that video clip. That was really fun, you guys. My mom was having fun as well. We got these necklaces from Bourbon Street because people are throwing this from the verandas. Like they're like in the veranda and they're just gonna throw it in the street, so we're gonna pick it up. So I got this. How I wish I could witness Mardi Gras. I think Mardi Gras is like 20 times fun than a regular day in Bourbon Street, but definitely someday we would, and I think it would be much cheaper if you're gonna go there driving during peak season like Mardi Gras. I will also be talking about the day trips, like short trips, and if you want to book a day trip to the Garden District, I think that's called Garden District, you can go ahead and book with Groupon because you will find amazing deals on Groupon. You have to book in advance. We also booked the Big Bus Tour, which I think I don't recommend Big Bus Tour in New Orleans, and most especially in the months of May because it's scorching hot in May. If you are in New Orleans, you will not really appreciate the place because you will just be inside the bus. We also booked a guided tour to the Garden District and the Lafayette Cemetery. Here in New Orleans, it's really important for you to see what's in the Garden District because places there are really amazing. Old, beautiful houses. They are expensive houses, and some of the houses are owned by the celebrities. I have seen Sandra Bullock's home in there. One of the reasons I want to go to New Orleans because I am a fan of this series called American Horror Story. My favorite season is Coven. They filmed that series in New Orleans. So we went to the Garden District and I looked for that place called we went there and took a picture. It was an amazing feeling, you guys, because I was just watching it on TV. Now I was able to see it in person. I'm so obsessed with that show. It's called American Horror Story Coven. Also, we went to the Lafayette Cemetery, which is a popular cemetery in New Orleans. A lot of movies filmed in that location or in that place. It was a guided tour. We have an amazing tour guide. He knows everything about the place. He had to explain everything. There is also a restaurant called Commando's Restaurant, which is a popular restaurant in New Orleans, but the price is sky high.
And that you go eat at Commando's Palace Restaurant because that is the finest fine dining restaurant in the entire city. And I actually live in a city that's got about 400 restaurants. You can literally eat at a different restaurant every single day of the year and you would never repeat yourself. So yo, if I am telling you that is the finest fine dining restaurant in the city, I really think you should listen to me. And yo, I can back that up. I can tell you that restaurant is
very interesting experience in New Orleans with my family, and a lot of good foods as well, a lot of foods to choose from. I recommend you to try gumbo and the seafoods in New Orleans because they're really good. They are known for that. Of course, you have to give it a try. And the French market, you also have to try the foods in there. They are really good and affordable. As what I have mentioned, we paid like $296 for the round trip and for the Airbnb each person, and the rest depends on you and on how you budget your money to spend on foods and also to your transportation. Yes guys, that's pretty much it, and that is our trip to New Orleans. This is not a sponsored video, okay? I'm not sponsored or paid by Spirit Airlines. I do recommend it if you're traveling on a budget. Okay guys, before I end this video, I would like to let you all know that the top that I am using right now is from XO Mandy Sue. This is my first collaboration with the online shop on Instagram. I will just link the shop on my description box, and you will also get a 30% discount if you use my code upon checkout. So I will also share my code on the description box. You can go ahead and check it out guys. Also for updates, I do update my Instagram like every day or every other day about my travel updates or about the recent trips, so it's more updated than YouTube. You can go ahead and follow my Instagram account, Travelerra. You will see a lot of the places that I have been and also the places that we are planning to go. Actually, we already have an update where to go this year in Europe and within the US. So you can go ahead and check my Instagram account, you guys. If you're gonna follow me, then I will definitely follow you back. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. I will see you on my next one. Bye!
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like Shari.